Alright, we got a silver 2002 in the shop. If you can see the first one, don't yell it all out at once. Convertible top, doing a shifter isolator foam. The driver's side squirter ain't squirting. Alright, I pulled this out of the hood. I cannot blow through it. I'm gonna try and spray some brake clean through it. So this is what I'm gonna try. I don't know if I can record it on my own here, but we're gonna try it. And if you put that in there, you get something that just fits, you can feel it. So that's working now.
Backside right here, you're going to remove the little hose. It's just a push-on hose and then a tab on each side. That is facing up. There is an identical tab facing down. You're going to squeeze those together and it pops out from the front. Be careful. Some of these cars are kind of old. The plastic is kind of brittle. When you're removing it, just twist it back and forth and pull it. Don't pull sideways. These are the tabs I'm referring to. And again, just be careful. These are getting older. So you can soak this in like a concentrated cleaning fluid or even 50-50 CLR and water. We're always afraid of damaging this paint, hence why we don't touch the paint. We clean through here. We'll blow water, brake cleaner, air, whatever we can. I'm here for the Lunch of Champions. I just noticed all the little fingerprints right there. I gotta talk to my little girl about closing the door by. My son is really good at touching just the handle. My little girl still closes the door with a big handprint. This Taco Bell brings back so many memories because when I would work late or if I would be working for some of my friends' cars, we would all get together at the end of the day and come here. And this parking lot here, all those spots at the front, we used to fill that.
All right, put a new blade in the knife and start cutting it off. If you are gonna do this at home or attempt it, and you do wanna cut it off, I start here and cut through. But right there is your strap. You don't wanna cut through that, so just be extra cautious when you are cutting. There's a strap there, and then I cut up the back of the window here too, and the strap's up here as well, so just be extra cautious if you are going to cut this off yourself. You don't want to cut through your straps.
I just met someone that came by to say hi and bought some merch off that follows us on YouTube, and it was funny to hear how many people will say, I watch your videos, and then driving up to your shop, it was like seeing something from a movie, which to us is crazy because we live this. We're not movie stars, we're just on YouTube. I recognize that road from the movie and I recognize that gas station. So I figured it'd be kind of funny just to film this back to the shop, our stomping ground, so to speak. So up on the right there, that's Superior. That's the shop that does all of our paint work, the Integra. This is a fairly new business right here. This is the dad of AB Panico, by the way. This over here is kind of weird. It's a storage place. The most unique part is this, I would call it a 3-story building right here. There's like a parking lot underneath it. I'm gonna go by it as I'll make a left. Some kind of nuclear testing or something with assembling. About 15 years ago, I was working late and lightning struck that gas station.
30 years ago, lightning struck that clock tower and the clock hasn't run since.
And lightning hit a pump and it blew one of the gas tanks out, and you could feel the whole ground shake, and there was a hole in the parking lot. Looked like a World War II bomb hit it.
There's the strap in question. So you can see it's pretty close to the top there. So yeah, just be careful with it. So if you've got one of these and you're doing your shifter foam, don't even bother touching the old one. Just get this, turn it on, and put it in that hole. A nice clean place to put your brand new isolator foam. You're gonna get that one put in, console back on, then the car will be ready for pickup. Also, when I do a top, I have this here, I labeled it so that I would keep it and not ever throw it away. It's just a little box with compartments in it. I don't remember what came in. It might have been heat shrink or fuses. I believe it was from Harbor Freight, but just a little plastic box with cubbies. You put every piece of hardware in it, and then when you're done, it should have no hardware in it, and you know you've done the job correctly.
This is the only car I can really show you, but those bolts there, even on a nice car, they get really dingy and even rusty. So we've got a solution for you. While working on my car, I noticed the bolts on my cylinder head were starting to rust. They're like a black coated. They usually look kind of gross. Well, I decided to replace them with some stainless steel bolts. High quality stainless looks so much nicer, and they match the ones for our spark plug cover. And then while I was at it, I went, well, these bolts don't look that good either, and these are fairly new. It's a low mileage car. So I decided to replace these with stainless steel too, with washers. So super easy, same as changing the ones on the cylinder head. Remove one at a time and replace it with the new one. You're not going to risk disturbing the gasket. You're not going to have any oil leaks. It's very straightforward, and it looks a whole lot nicer. These are high quality stainless steel. You can polish them if you want to really go for that show quality look. They will look like chrome. They're in the store now, lhtperformance.com. I'm using my car to test and R&D this stuff. Once I'm happy with it, it's something we're going to offer to install, as well as possibly offer it in a kit in the store. So the S2000 that we own, it's going through a bit of a transformation. I think you're going to be a little shocked when you see it. This is my car right here. I'm not going to show you too much, but basically I've took the turbo kit off. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It was great. 400 wheel horsepower in these is fantastic. But I want to come up with a naturally aspirated package because I get a lot of requests for that. And I want to build something that doesn't ruin the car. Of course, you can put ITBs on it, you know, and run an open header out the side of the car and all these kind of things. And it'll make the car faster. But you kind of ruin the car. And if it's a nice car, if it's a car that you care about, it's your weekend car, you can't afford to ruin it. Not to mention the value of these things are going up. Anything that we do is 100% reversible. I don't want to modify a car that you're stuck with it. Basically using my car to build it and test it and get my feedback on it. Then I'm going to get some reviews from a couple of friends that own these cars. That way we can get a true unbiased opinion of what they think about this package. So we're going to do another promotion with Mita again. I'm not getting anything out of this. I'm not buying the wheels and reselling them and making a profit and making a percentage. I'm basically passing on the deal to you. I'm going to get you a coupon code that's going to save you some money on these. I really like these wheels, and as you see, tons and tons of clearance for larger calipers. We've put spoon calipers, Mugen calipers, and of course stop techs on these. Tons and tons of room. So look out for that. I will have that code as soon as I've finished ironing out the details with Mita. These are the MS10 wheels. I absolutely love these wheels. All right, so for you guys that like to see behind the scenes of what's going on, my car, we're taking the turbo kit off. I'm building a fun, naturally aspirated package, and I want to do the testing on it. If it works, great, I'll offer it. If not, I'll take it off and throw it away and build another turbo kit for it. Two, the white S2000, I did I think a 5-part episode build on that car. We bought it with an ugly green wrap on it, converted it back to stock, put a brand new paint job, new top, new clutch, you know, did a whole bunch of work. That was tentatively going to be a giveaway car, but I did this all kind of backwards. I'm new to the giveaway thing. And I've been kind of researching this, but it seems like most of the people doing it are not really doing it the legit way. And I don't like to do things kind of sketchy. I wanted it to be right. So I called my buddy Matt, and I spent some time on the phone with him. He's done a bunch of giveaways, and he does things absolutely to the point. And basically, you got to get a bond, you got to get a lawyer involved to draw up the paperwork, you got to set up the site and have all these things kind of in place. And my fear is because the amount of money we got into this car and the amount of money I'd have to put out, and we don't really have the subscribers to sell enough merch to get enough money to pay for this car, to make the thing all worthwhile. So the idea is, long term of LHT is, it's still a great place to work, so I have to get a real job. This is the kind of stuff I want to do if I hit the lotto. And I've said that time and time again. I wouldn't change anything. I just wouldn't charge anybody stuff. I would just do whatever I want to do. So the idea of the giveaway would be to be able to buy basically whatever I want and put whatever kind of money in that we think we should do. Between George and I and Esther, we can look at a car and build it the way we think it should be built, not having the limit on, well, we can't get too buried in this thing because we can't sell it. That's the same as when I talked to Matt. He said the same thing. He tends to spend too much on a car by the time he gets it where he wants it, and then you can't sell the darn thing. So that's the way I am. I end up doing that so often. So I think that car, we're just going to sell it. I'm going to put a video up separate, and I won't call it giveaway. I don't know what I'll call it. But basically, I condensed that whole video down to like a 10-minute movie just to show that car start to finish. But we're just going to sell it. In the future, we might possibly do a giveaway, do it on something smaller, something on a less amount of money, but still set it the same way. I still got to get a lawyer to set this up, but Matt gave me a name of someone that can do this properly. And you've got to be bonded for the price of the vehicle. Also, the more expensive the vehicle, the higher the bond price. So we need to have like a $10,000 car, $15,000 something like that exists anymore in this current economy. But that's kind of where I'm thinking. So that's a little bit of behind the scenes. Thanks for watching the video. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe. I'll put it right there. And that way it helps our channel grow and we can do more in the future. If you like what you see, hopefully you do. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Don't forget, enjoy your cars.